the city of Ulanqab, sits in the true north of China, in the heart of Inner Mongolia. The towering Ain Mountains snake through the land, cleaving its fertile plateau. South of the range is known locally as the Qianshan region, hilly, warmer, and blessed with heavier rain. Northward lies the Hoshan region, a broad expanse of steppe that is flatter, windswept, chillier, and drier. More than 30 cones of the Ulanqab volcano group bead the fissured crust like a string of pearls shaping the landscape. Through the centuries, wind bends, the grass, spring blooms, and autumn ripens. Plants and animals cycle on, year after year, gifting humankind with cool climate, wholesome produce, in the Hoshan region, Siziwang banners, Gobi grassland, hosts some 500 to 600 plant species, including forage that balances livestock diets, such as wild leek, Mongolian wild onion, many-rooted onion, swallowwort, narrow-leaf nettle, dead nettle, and rich native forage among them. Livestock grazing this botanical mosaic over the years grow fleet, drought-tough, and winter-hardy. Their milk and meat are high-protein, low-fat, and intensely aromatic. On the 21st day of the 4th lunar month, Chagan Bader's family, herders in Shandalagacha, Naumugungsumu, select stud rams and castrate the remaining male lambs. A rite bluntly called cutting the pearls. Chagan Bader, deft and quick-handed, wields the blade with practiced speed. This millennia-old steppe custom has evolved into a festive occasion that herders call the Pearl Festival. Fresh lamb testicles, blushing and translucent, have their membrane stripped, are rinsed, then gently boiled. With a pinch of salt, once cooked they are ready to be served. These prized boiled lamb testicles are dipped in brown sugar mixed with butter. The morsels are soft yet springy, with a faint aroma of lightly fermented rice. Once castrated, a ram becomes a wether, comer on the range, and finer of flesh. Locals' favorite way to enjoy Gobi wether is shuba mutton, boiled in clear water and eaten by hand. 3 to 4-year-old wethers are chosen, and cuts from the hip, scapula, and brisket slide into the pot. Zhang Fuwang, a Han Chinese chef specializing in Mongolian cuisine for nearly 20 years, has mastered an agile, confident craft. He adds only green onion, ginger, and salt. When Chef Zhang prepares shobai meat, he refuses any other seasonings. As the gentle heat rises, the perfume of mutton unfurls. Timing and heat are crucial. Chef Zhang probes each joint, watching the color bloom. After 40 to 50 minutes, just at the peak of tenderness, he lifts the meat free. Clear water shobai mutton preserves the animal's native sweetness to the full and embodies the grassland creed. That elaborate cooking would slide a gift from heaven. The Durboat grassland is famed for premier mutton. Parts of the sheep's offal Also go into a local snack. Mixed lamb offal soup. Dongliang Old Street. Wakes earliest in Ulanqab town. By 6 a.m., Chef Shu is already busy, preparing today's lamb offal soup. Shu Rue, nicknamed Shuar, has made lamb offal soup for over 20 years. Main ingredients: lamb heart, liver, lung, intestines, and stomach, washed and pre-boiled the night before. Each piece is sliced thin and even. The soup prizes a clear broth capped with scarlet oil. That chili oil is the key that lifts the whole dish. Sheep tallow is rendered. Dry chili powder is stirred in at the perfect heat. Scallion and garlic go next to bloom their aroma. The sliced offal follows. Then fresh water, ground dried ginger, ground fennel, and secret spices. Brought to a rolling boil, salted to taste. The longer it simmers, the richer the broth, and the tastier the offal. After 1 to 2 hours, the offal is lifted. Drained into a smaller pot, covered with lamb broth, chili oil, and a handful of potato batons. It keeps bubbling over a low flame, sold ladle by ladle, and each serving is finished with fresh scallion. Chef Chui Yunshuan on the same street keeps the same early hours. For 30 years, he has risen early to cook lamb offal. His approach is different from Shu's. The sliced offal is first stir-fried. With spices, before water and salt are added. It is boiled hard over high heat. Potato batons go in as the offal nears doneness, and everything stews together to the end. After 8 a.m., diners arrive for the soup. 1 bowl of lamb offal soup, a plate of pickles, a fistful of coriander, and a white basil bun crisp on the outside, soft inside. It's a standard set for every diner. Tiny offal shops began clustering on Dongliang Old Street in the early 1980s, creating a dedicated offal alley. Across Central Western, Inner Mongolia, lamb offal soup is a common breakfast. Yet Siziwang folks have turned this bold northern bowl into a flavor famed beyond the desert. In 2024, the China Cuisine Association listed Siziwang banner as a national culinary landmark for lamb offal. Ulanqab's high elevation, cool climate, sharp day-night temperature swing, and rain-heat synchrony make it one of China's prime potato belts, worthy of the title China's potato capital. In Ulanqab, potato tubers are oval, smooth-skinned, high in dry matter, and suffer few pests. Locals call them Tudo or Shanyaodo. Chef Lung Wengue of Shangdu County has spent 20 years cooking only his homeland's food. Potatoes are his specialty. He makes more than 36 rustic dishes from them. One humble tuber. Endless possibilities. Daojingjing is a Ulanqab treasure made with potatoes only. Like another local favorite, Mocaca, its name is playful and catchy. In Shangdu, the passion for potatoes is summed up as 3 meals a day, every meal a shan yao dan. Breakfast, big and small chunks of steamed potato. Lunch, cubed potatoes braised in gravy. Supper, the pounded mash called Daojingjing. A marble slab is topped with coarse canvas. Boiled, peeled potatoes are broken into chunks. And pounded repeatedly. Making Daojingjing tests a cook's patience. Force must stay even. The mash turns sticky and elastic, like the dough for southern rice cakes. Worked until it forms a glossy, chewy paste. It is a dish where strength and finesse intertwine deliciously. Finishing oil is made by mixing scallion, garlic, dried chili, and crushed dead nettle, then scalding them. With smoking hot flaxseed oil, the aroma is unmatched. Cold seasoning broth is made from soy sauce, vinegar, salt, and other seasonings, forming the flavor base. A ladle of aromatic finishing oil completes the multi-flavored cold seasoning broth, which lends the mash its layered complexity. Ladle cold broth into a bowl. Add fermented pickles. Pinch the pounded mash into bite-sized balls. Top with cucumber and radish shreds. The finished Daojingjing gleams gold, tastes soft, yet grainy, and chews delightfully elastic. Ulanqab folks fondly call it a rare treat with chewy texture. Ulanqab lies between 40 degrees and 43 degrees north, a latitude band the world hails as a golden zone for oats, hence its title, China's oat capital. The local crop is naked oat, called yumai, rich in protein, plant fat, B vitamins, calcium, phosphorus, and iron. Milled yumai becomes yumian flour. Early autumn in the Hoshan region is feast time and the perfect moment for family gatherings. In Fanjiafang, villager Ding Huai picks scallions, cucumbers, and carrots. The toppings for today's lunch. Jiaonagao. She is cooking a hearty spread to welcome visiting relatives. The first step is preparing the cold dipping soup. Smoking rapeseed oil is poured over dead nettle and scallion, releasing a heady aroma. With the dip ready, Ding starts the jiaonagao. As a rural housewife who cooks by hand all the time, she's been making this handmade dish for more than 40 years. Only pure yumian goes in. When the water boils, she sprinkles in the flour and stirs counterclockwise. The motion looks simple, but is a test of skill. Once semi-thick, she adds a potato starch slurry for an extra chew. The essence of it is the jiao, or stirring. Sprinkle and stir, stir and cook with ever greater force until water and flour unite in a smooth, medium firm paste. Cover and steam for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, it is stirred once more to finish. The dish is done. The house bursts with chatter as relatives eat it piping hot. Cold dip is ladled into bowls. A chunk of cake is rolled through to soak up the broth and popped into the mouth. Soft, sticky, and silky, it floods the palate at first bite. Among the Ulanqab's oat dishes, jiaonagao is fast food. Locals jokingly call it an emergency roll call. Harvest season has arrived. Across the land of Ulanqab, fields unfurl in brocades of color. Eastward from the mountain ridges of Kahar, right-wing middle banner stretches a nationally famed belt of cool climate vegetables. They're fresh, sweetness riding the brisk wind. In Li Feiyun's fields, at Minlu village, workers load cabbages, bound for Beijing Tianjin Hebei. Water, soil, and climate are perfect for the crop. Dark green wrappers, tender yellow hearts, juicy sweet stalks, high sugar, and low fiber define water cabbage. Every year during this season, traders flock here from all over China. With demand secure, Li has expanded his plantings to 1,000 mu. At the same latitude, harvest is in full swing in Sun Guolong's celery fields. Most of Shangdu's soil is calcic chernozem, ideal for celery. As a GI agricultural product, Shangdu celery grows stout and compact. Its solid basal stem tastes cool and sweet, with a fragrant bouquet. at the autumn equinox. Carrot harvesting in Kahar right-wing middle banner is almost over. Carrots here have vivid red skin, tender texture, and fine shape. They hold high moisture, taste sweet, and brim with vitamins and minerals. Locals call them ginseng of the grassland. Still earthy, these carrots leave overnight, traveling far away to grace banquets great and small. Ulanqab's cool climate vegetables are nutrient-rich, top-grade, and sharply fresh. They feed Ulanqab and brighten tables nationwide. In Guangzhou's Chifu New Village, many ingredients in Cantonese kitchens come from distant Inner Mongolia. Anhui-born chef Zhang Zicheng is preparing 2 refined plates: Mushu pork and autumn Whittier stir-fried Chinese cabbage. The carrots, cabbage, and other sides all hail from Ulanqab's cool fields. Their unique quality perfects each dish's color, aroma, flavor, and form. On China's northern frontier, Ulanqab, a land where herding meets farming, is a kingdom of grasses, roots, and tubers. It keeps sinning the world. Cool climate, meat, dairy, grains, potatoes, and vegetables. Ulanqab people live on meat and wheat foods. Their cookery is simple and bold, yet strict in choosing and using ingredients. They season with care, watch the heat, and let every food speak for itself. These habits arise from the land and climate of the region, and from the hearty, honest spirit they foster.